This Devon dreams of owning their own personal computer so they can start a blog full of pictures of toast. That's brilliant. Oh, I've never paid too much attention to these, but they are quite funny. Welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. We're gonna continue where we left off last time. We had just arrived into the asteroid. We had some accidents, some spillage. We were late with these bathrooms. Today we're just gonna try to sort out the food situation so that eventually we can stop using this micro musher. As you can see, it's not very nice. It's an edible, petrified mud slop. Mush bars are preferable to starvation, but only just barely. So yeah, we should try to find an alternative to that. And believe it or not, this mealwood stuff is gonna be quite nice. We're gonna start doing that. Let's also just get rid of the sand that fell down. We don't have enough mealwood seed at the moment. We have enough for just planting one more. By the way, I was just saying last time that this is a super fast speed. It turns out it's times 10 speed, and this is times 3. I forget what the normal is, but I would imagine the normal is that this one is just regular speed, so times 1. This would be times 2, and this would be times 3. Let's see. There's a mealwood seed in there. I could probably reach it if I make a ladder. We need to get above the water level, of course. I think they should make it. Like, they should be able to jump off the ladder and off this edge, and then they can climb up the rest of the way. How are we doing on oxygen levels? Oxygen levels are great, but we will have to think about digging further down at some point, just to get rid of the CO2 that's slowly but surely building up down here. And here we've got some more mealwood actually, which we can take. And so Bristol Blossom is also I think, pretty nice source of food, but they're not as economic to use early game, as far as I know. All right, so let's dig on to the side here, avoiding this water pocket. And that is so that we can divert carbon dioxide down there. And there's also plenty of resources, it would seem. And eventually it would be nice to get over here. But the question is, are we going to dig down and around underneath it? Or are we going to just dig straight down here? Right, and we have a new duplicant. So should I get it? Yeah. Let's see, so we got Devon here. This Devon dreams of owning their own personal computer so they can start a blog full of pictures of toast. That's brilliant. Oh, I've never paid too much attention to these, but they are quite funny. This Stinky has never been invited to a party, which is a shame. His dance moves are incredible. Do we want an incredible dancer, or do we want a... I feel kind of sorry for this guy. He's never been invited to a party, but I wonder why. Is it because his name is Stinky? Probably. I'm gonna take Stinky, to be honest. Whoa, print. Alright, so Stinky has joined us, the incredible dancer, and Lindsay, Camilla, and Jean. They're gonna be, well, let's see. They should feel good about it, right? A new friend. Pleasant chit-chat. See? They're all feeling great about it. Regardless of... I might end up going both ways to reach this pocket. Since I'm already starting here, I'll just continue it. We don't want to have too many orders stacking up at once, making these dupes confused as to what they should prioritize and not. And as long as they're doing stuff, I don't really feel the need to use these priorities. Of course, eventually we will have to set priorities. So you can see, well, in the last episode apparently I set these to 9, so that's one thing I do. But you kind of don't want to use too many of the 9s. In fact, let's put them down to 8. Here we go. Alright. They're making progress. The carbon is going to be flowing nicely down there. This meal lice should be reachable, meaning that if we look at our seeds... Oh, we have 3 more mealwood seeds. Well, let's go ahead and plant them. In fact, I'm gonna copy the settings here and just go all the way. So they didn't plant this middle one. Oh well. Random number generators, am I right? We may want to just make sure that this stuff here doesn't break up. I'm a bit paranoid maybe, but a water pocket this size has a tendency to put a lot of pressure on the bottom, so we want to make sure that it doesn't break free. We want to be getting over here, and we also want to keep an eye on our food here. So what's the problem here? Oh right, we set it to 10, so we should set it to 10 more. And these are just being left there. I don't think it matters too much. Does this preserve food? Right, so it's only if we have some kind of creatures walking around here that it would make sense to put them in there, but for the moment they can just leave them on the ground, to be honest. Missing research station. Right, I'm missing a supercomputer. Supercomputer, where are you? It's here, right? Advanced research supercomputer. So we're gonna do that. Oh, there we go. Our first, I don't know if it's our first, but it could be. So slowly but surely we'll be able to ease off of the microbe musher. Let's continue up here because I see there's one meal lice here. Well, we should just continue the ladder straight up, to be honest, and then we can make our way to the side here. And we can't really dig up that one yet because we don't want to dig away the oxalite. So oxalite, we had some in the beginning in episode 1 too that was hanging about right here, I would say. Oh, there's some still here. Might want to just clear this up if we can. So oxalite is just these kind of blocks that release oxygen. And they're usually all over your base during the start, and then of course they're not an infinite source of oxygen. That would make this game too easy. So they disappear after a while. But that's alright because we've got these guys now, these oxygen diffusers. And the only thing we need to keep an eye on then is that we have enough of the consumable that they use. So they use some organic algae. And yes, but we have a lot still, and eventually once we dig out all the algae in our starting region, we can always convert slime to algae. I believe that's possible. Of course it has its risks, mainly being slime lung. Let's see, it could make sense to make a tiny little water pathway here. The reason why I said in the last episode that we didn't want to dig in this area in general or build here is because I wouldn't be able to stick to my 4 high rule. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 would mean that I would put the floor here, which wouldn't quite work. But we can get away with digging a small little tunnel. Oh, and then once we get to the side here, we can just kind of go around and down. But honestly, we should focus on getting this one done first. So, let's see. Research of the supercomputer is underway, very soon done. So we should think about where we want to place the supercomputer. I'm thinking here's perfect. We'll just dig a little bit further in and go ahead and pop down the supercomputer. We'll just put it right next to it. We're gonna need some wires for that. Just plug. And she's still running. Oh, there we go. So usually, I believe that the way it works is... here it is. Battery recharge threshold. When one of the batteries goes to 50%, one of the dupes will start using this manual generator. Alright, so how are we doing here? Wow, it's quite high pressure oxygen in here. It's 2, right? Here's also 2, but this is quite high actually, and it should be able to push here. So what I might want to do, I might want to just cancel these so that we're gonna get there, but then we're gonna preemptively dig down a bit. Let's just dig this a bit wider as well, and let's make sure that we have some dupes with the hard digging skill. So we're gonna be having to work on our jobs, and what I noticed is we haven't put down the job station yet. I'm thinking a good place for that is right here. We'll just place some floor here, and that's how we'll get to the water as well. I called it a workstation before. As you can tell, I'm not 100% fluent in oxygen not included terminology. I guess I need to take the exam or something. This should be reachable, they're just not prioritizing it at the moment. And let's speed through the night. We got another one, but we're gonna wait, I think. We at least want to make sure we have some more cots. We can get on that, but I'll just plan it out. So meaning I'll put the priority of this to like 4, so that it's lower priority, because we want to make sure we do that. And let's speed it back up to 2, because it jumped from a 3 to 1. Oh, look at that, they're slowly but surely finding seeds, and this one is getting full. And if we look at our calories here, we've got meal lice is 2.4 kilocalories. No, 2,400. Mush bar is still significantly high though. We're gonna be, let's see. Right, we produced a 10, so that's good. We're not producing any more. Let's see. That went so fast I didn't notice that this got finished. Let's see. Skills. So, who are we gonna be putting on what? So I think it makes sense to kind of, well, you need some people with hard dig, so even though we have nobody who loves it, we're gonna have to put one of them on it. Let's see, who loves research? Lindsay loves research, so we'll give them research. We'll give her research rather. And that's as much as we can do right now. We'll give her the advanced research hat, so now we can research the supercomputers. Camilla loves grilling, art. Let's see, anybody else love art? No, so she's gonna be doing art. And Gene, he also likes research, and he's good at it too. Let's see, okay, this guy can't do hard dig, so we're gonna put you on improved carrying, and we're gonna put you on the hard dig. There we go. And I'm just gonna give them these hats. I like using the hats. I've heard that they don't really make a difference, but yeah, what do you know? The most important thing about this is, and the easiest to overlook actually, is the morale here. The morale expectation, which goes up the more you, the more you kind of increase their abilities here. So you see this guy expects, so Gene expects at least 1, and Stinky expects 1 too. These guys for some reason don't expect any, I guess. But they will expect more eventually. I guess it's because these are kind of harder jobs, but these are kind of fun. I don't know, that's my logic. Researching in art is kind of fun, but digging might be a little bit tough, you know? So Gene and Stinky are gonna be a bit pickier now, and we're gonna need to watch out for that, because this is what can really stress out your dupes. If they have occupations that they're not too happy with, they expect our base here to be the base needs to boost their morale. And one of the best ways to do that is to just make sure we've got rooms. So we're gonna be working on the rooms soon. But yeah, let's worry about that once we've got this food under control. And it looks like we're very close to it. Let's get back on track to researching this ventilation, because now we got the supercomputer. Let's see, air properties, energy. Nah, there's nothing, doesn't say anything funny about it, but it looks quite fun. It's got one of these thermodynamic birds or whatever. I forget what they're called, but you know, they're the ones that tip down and up repeatedly due to the condensation and evaporation of water. I believe it like evaporates in the bottom and then it condenses at the top and it goes back and forth like that. I might have butchered that, but whoa, what happened here? Why did this happen? Polluted water, food poisoning, so somebody must have wet themselves or... Oh! I have not noticed, that's one of the problems of having it at this high of a speed. I did not notice that Lindsay is trapped up here. So we're gonna just make her dig. She'll get down. She will get down, there you go. Remove that. Mop all this up before removing this, thank you very much. Do we have an issue here with food poisoning? Is there something? No, you know what I think it is? It's just that these mush bars are, well, they're as disgusting as it says they are. And also this is food poisoning. That is not good. How did this get food poisoning?